Hello there. I am live and we are doing the Arrow announcements today. We are going to be talking about the 31 Days of Horror Day 2 reveal, the live 31 Days of Horror Day 2 reveal, the movie that we're going to be talking about, and the topic we're going to broach on that day. And I'm also going to go through my entire Mon Macabre collection because there's a Mon Macabre sale coming up apparently on October the 18th, and we're going to talk about that as well because there's a company that deserves a bit more attention and cred. I do apologize that yesterday I was going to make this video. By the way, it's the Marvel Team Up shirt today, first time wear. But well, things happened. Basically, my better half texted me saying that she was getting home earlier than she expected. She was working late, so I said I'll wait a little bit to do the video. I went downstairs and to grab some films for the video, and I slipped and I hurt my back. I wrenched my back a bit. So that was not fun. So I ended up going to bed early and I didn't get much done last night. However, I've been working all week. It is Friday TGIF, guys, and we are going to talk about, hopefully we'll get some people in there tonight. If you're there, make some noise, let me know that you're there, because we're going to talk about the Arrow video announcement. And actually it was pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised. Normally, as far as as I remember, the Arrow video announcements for December has never been like one that I get too excited about. It's usually right after they do their announcements for right after they do their basically their October announcements. The Arrow video kind of announcements tend to be kind of blah. Hey Brian, welcome. But hopefully I can, oh, here we go. I'm also going to, by the way, hey there, Mike, talk about the, so we'll do the Arrow announcements first. I want to get to your, hey David, I want to get to your comments, which I can't see while I look at this. So I'm going to announce the movies really quickly, then we'll talk about them after, and then we'll go into the other things. So Arrow video announcements today, they announced that the Canada and the US are getting Jake Speed, and we are getting Slaughterhouse 5 as well. And for the UK announcements are always the best. That's why I say, guys, if you got a chance and go region free, it's going to change things for you. They announced that they are doing Exorcist 3. So we'll see what their features are as compared to the earlier like Scream Factor edition that I have. And what is interesting, and I know it's going to be interesting for my kids because they're huge fans of this, is the Vengeance trilogy. So that means Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and of course Lady Vengeance. So that's the announcements for December. Nothing too mind-blowing. I guess Exorcist 3, especially for the UK, has got to be a big deal because that's one of the ones that I don't think was readily available there. If you're from the UK and you know, the Chang-Wook Park films, yeah, that's going to be cool, Brian. I mean, it's a set that I'm going to want. I cannot deny that is going to be a me type of set. How everyone's spitting. It does. I mean, Jake Speed, I haven't seen it for a long time. I remember it kind of fun, kind of like cheesy fun. And definitely, hey, Michelle, welcome. I did not even see you coming. You were the first one in. Extras 3 had a German release. Well, I don't think that counts as a UK release, though, so still, kind of a first time. And let's be honest, even us over here in North America are looking strongly at that Exorcist 3 release because, well, Exorcist 3 is loved by a lot of people. And we got a good edition from Scream Factory, but if there's a better edition come from Arrow Video, I am down with that, man. Not sure if you guys remember our edition of The Hills Have Eyes 2, because the North American edition of The Hills Have Eyes 2 was put up by Midnight Marquee, which has the movie and absolutely zero features. Yeah, Vengeance Trilogy. So does that mean you're gonna grab some like Hammer from the UK around with that? Well, Michelle, like just thinking. All right, so if you have not seen the Vengeance Trilogy, definitely check it out. If you've not seen Old Boy, please, please, please don't, don't go like wicking into that stuff. Like go in going blind on it. And please watch the original, because that's the really good one. Not that there's anything completely wrong with the remake. It's just the original is it's so good. It is so good. The Vintage Trilogy was something that was released here in Canada. It was pretty good. I mean, like I always say, a remake never makes the original disappear, so there's no reason to really be upset about a remake. Was originally released here in Canada by, I can't remember what company it was, but they put out the Vintage Trilogy on in a thin, like slim set, and it was like $20 when it came out. It was really inexpensive, but I think it may have gone out of print. I'm not sure if it's still around or not, but it was a pretty bare bones release. Obviously, Arrow is going to put all the bells and whistles into this release. That's kind of what Arrow does. It's their go-to way when it comes to this stuff. So it looks like pretty much everybody here is excited. Are you all excited? Are you super excited about this stuff? Excited about the Vintage Trilogy. I'm surprised that more people aren't like going down with the other release, with the Exorcist 3 release. I'm trying to see here if they have any like all right, let's go look at. Let's do a quick view of the Exorcist 3. I want to see. I'm kind of curious. What features did they put on there? I don't know the announced yet though. Details. Let's go to details. Extras. Exorcist is a much bigger deal for you. So here we go. Disc 1, the theatrical release. Oh, a limited edition booklet, reversible sleeve artwork, 2K restoration, new audio commentary by critics Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and Josh Nelson. Audio commentary with William Peter Blatty, of course. Death Be Not Proud, the making of Exorcist 3. Chapter 1. Okay. I've already signed up, Arrow. Don't ask me that again. The Exorcist 3 vintage interviews. Exorcist 3 vintage featurettes. Blah, yada, yada. Exorcist Disc 2, the Legion director's cut. Does the Scream Factory have the Legion cut? I can't remember. I just have to go back and look. I have the Scream Factory edition. I'll check. If anybody already knows, like how offhand, and so that I don't have to go check, feel free to mention it. All right. So for those that don't check my Patreon page, and remember, you can read this stuff on my Patreon page without actually being a Patreon. I do try to put up at least a day or so in advance what's going to be announced for the 31 Live Days of Horror. And I am announcing that tonight. And because I am super not good at this stuff, I like the night configuration. I got to watch the night configuration again, David. That's one I haven't seen in a long time. One thing I have to do, and I'm going to do this right now because I'll forget it. I'm horrible at this stuff. This is new to me. So shout out to my Patreon. You guys do not know how much you helped out, especially this was a rough month. From Dale, for Dale. I don't know if people like to say the last name. Not, so I'm just going to go with the first names. Dale, Brent, Shadow, Chris, Joey, Action Jackman, Dennis, Corey, Brian, and Ryan. So thank you so much. You guys rock, and honestly, yeah. So my better half is going to pick up the car next Thursday. So we are going to. So they called her today, and the car is in another province. That's where it broke down to. So for those who want to be updated. So we had to bring back the rental today. So next week and the weekend we're going carless because our car is, legitimately officially there. Unfortunately, we gotta buy plane tickets to go out and get it. Well, plane ticket. I'm not going. I have to work. My better half's gonna make a working trip of it. All right, day 2 of the 31 days of Live Days of Horror, which I hope you guys are gonna be here for, or at least be here for some of those days, is getting officially announced right now. If you see my Patreon stuff, that you've already seen it, you already know what it is. But if you haven't, then it is not Halloween 2. I know you're thinking, it's Halloween 2. No, it's not Halloween 2, actually. It is Terror in the Aisles. This is one that I actually did get to see in theater when I was a kid. Terror in the Aisles is from a different era of we get a lot of like trailer tapes now and like releases, like especially those Australian releases on like Driving Deliriums and the ones that were put out by what was it, Oculus, I think, in the UK, and I think it was like Synapse that put like the 42nd Street ones out. So before that, guys, before that, there was what we called clip films, and clip films you would go to the theater and there would be a kind of like a wraparound with some of that would be kind of talking in between. In Terror in the Aisles, it is Donald Pleasance and Nancy Allen that are doing the kind of like the talking in between the clips. And for a lot of people, this is how they experienced or saw films. This is how they discovered certain films. For some, this was how Terror in the Aisle is where people discovered Voice Squad and Wings Hauser, which is a glorious discovery. If you've got the new Scream Factory edition, which I don't yet, and I really wish I had. But Terror in the Aisle is going to be day 2, and we're going to talk about Terror in the Aisle. We're going to talk about like clip films. Maybe we'll talk about some of the films that are included in Terror in the Aisle, and we'll talk about some other releases similar to that, like it came from Hollywood as well. So that is day 2 of the 31 Live Days of Horror. And can I get your thoughts on that? I can honestly say, with 100% like sincerity, I'm really thinking hard, guys, for this 31 Days of Horror. I want to make it something special. So each day that I write in and that I think up, a lot of work goes into that. I don't randomly come downstairs and say, this is the one. No, it's I go through different options and different ideas. But I'm a little concerned that I announced the second day and everybody got quiet. Legion of... Thank you, Dale. Actually, just showed you it, man. Does anybody have any comments on Terror in the Aisles? Please. Thank you. See, somebody kind of gets it. Oh, did you, Joey? Awesome. Awesome. It is a great release. I mean, I stumbled upon this. Used to be a really hard find. Now you can find this at your Walmart anywhere, normally from around $5 to $10. Definitely check it out, Michelle. It's really cool. I actually saw this in theater. So this is like a very cheap release to buy. It's like $5 or $10 at your local Walmart, and it does. And Terror in the Aisle, it's not a short. It's not a featurette. It's a feature-length film. Oh, you went Sunrise. Wow. It's an actual feature-length film. This was in theaters, and it's a feature. It's a bonus feature on this disc. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was up in Alberta, and God, I think I was living in Camrose at the time when Terror in the Aisle came out, and I sat there. So it was interesting. What's neat, and I don't want to talk about it too much now, is I just watched. Not every film there is an actual horror film, but you're going to find a lot of interesting films through there, and you may find some discoveries as well. So I'm trying to think. Were there any more announcements before I go on to the next topic here? Well, I'm gonna go through the Mon Macabre stuff because I was told that there is a Mon Macabre sale coming up, and for those who are unaware or uninitiated with Mon Macabre, which I'm sure all you guys already are, Mon Macabre is a very different like collecting company. They do things uniquely. They work a lot with foreign releases, and when I say foreign releases, I don't mean like 88 films plus some Italian films, or every once in a while you see Arrow will do like a Korean film or Japanese film or some kind of Asian horror film. No, they kind of scour around and put out movies from different countries and places that don't normally get that normally don't get looked at, even by the genre places. They're unique and they're different, and they're definitely kind of a global look at genre. And they do deal with a lot of horror, but they don't deal with just horror. They have a lot of action films and just uniquely films that are definitely. Hey, Kat, welcome. That are definitely kind of their own thing. Exactly, Warlock. Thank you. Limited editions are usually like 1,000 or less, and with their limited editions, they're usually in a red case. They'll often have a booklet with them, and there'll be like a reversible art or inside art, interior artwork on the cover that is only available with the limited edition. They will let you know when they're ahead of time when the limited edition pre-orders go live, and depending on the film, that limited edition can go awfully fast. So without further ado, I have a few Mono Macabres here. I will go through them. If you have any questions on any of these, or if you have Mono Macabres that you want to set out yourself, hey Milwaukee, I just saw that actually there. Canucks like ketchup chips. It is true. Ketchup chips are mwah, delicious. Hey Joseph. Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I saw that one. I was actually going to, I forgot to mention that. Thank you, David. Wolf of Wall Street is coming in. That's different. It's a newer one. Ketchup chips are really big here in Canada, as is pineapple soda, pineapple crush. Now, where I'm from, in Newfoundland, pineapple soda. Hey, Brian, welcome. This is Brian. This is the Jess Sadisc Pure Cinema Brian, whose podcast you should be listening to on a regular basis, because I do, and they're incredible. Tonight, Brian, we are talking about, well, I announced my second day of horror live, which I will tell you what it is, since you're here. You probably already saw it though, and that is going to be Terror in the Aisles. We are talking clip films on day 2. Brian is the reason that I buy some of the films that I have. A lot of the films that I have, because I listen to his podcast and then I end up buying more stuff. That's my dad has. I think my dad's got Manuel in America. That's kind of his thing, right? Costs you way too much money. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go through a Mono Macabre, and I love Mono Macabre. They do a lot of great work, and I haven't given them enough credit in a long time. When I came to Nova Scotia, here about 2 years ago now, Mono Macabre had a huge sale, and it was the first sale. The Venture Trilogy I'm excited about, and Exorcist 3. Do I need to double dip the Logan? I need to think. By the way, I like that studio. That makes me want. I got hammer, but I want the Studio Canal hammers because of your video, which I want too much. I really do. It's becoming. Is there enough new features? That's what I got to look at. Is there enough new features? I got to look over my Scream Factory edition again and see. When your wife kicks you. Olive prawn cocktail. When I go to the UK, I have that. I love. I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was going to be horrible. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do love them. You speak to the curb, build a house out of Blu-ray cases. Me and my dad made that joke so many times. The Prey. I want The Prey. Go in with reasonable expectations. Remember, guys, The Prey. It's not a lost classic. It is a more of a regional type horror film. And it is going to be super cheesy and kind of fun. So, and I actually am looking forward to that. Did you like The Prey? Because it's been a long time. Hey Hammers, Brian, since I've seen The Prey, it's been like a super long time. Yeah, I remember liking it, but I don't. It didn't bowl me over, so that's why I didn't grab it yet. Like there's certain ones that I know I'm going to grab over here. Bonkers Ending is what I'm looking forward to. I'll get The Prey, but it's not one where I felt I had to grab it right away. Kind of like Hills of Ice 2. I really want it. It's got a gorgeous, sexy case, but you gotta like weigh your decisions, right? You gotta be there. Like, do I want The Hills of Ice 2, or do I want a movie that I'm gonna watch more than once? And I'm like, I do want the Hills of Ice too, but I'm gonna wait just a bit because of course, what happened then? Well, Amityville came out, and then the Severin movies got announced, and next is the Angel trilogy, and I do not have enough money for all of this stuff, but hopefully I'm going to work as many hours as I possibly can because in my new job, which I started this week, it is pretty much Monday to Friday. I hope it does because the last Hills of Eyes, that went down a bit, and but I bought it on first day, right? I was in London at the time when it came out. All right, you ready to see some Mon Macabre? Give me your thoughts on these films. Because, Brian, I still think we could do a good job with The Prophecy and another film. I'm just putting that out there because that's a crazy ass film, man. Speaking of crazy films. All right, let us. I'm putting my name in the hat for that one. Jess Franco. I am a huge Jess Franco fan, and Mon Macabre put out a few of his releases. Now I'm going to be very careful, even though it's just artwork. You never sure. You don't want to get flagged and stuff. So we'll go through these slowly, and you guys tell me if you've seen any of these movies, thoughts on these movies. You got questions about some of these films. Some of these I've seen. Some of these it's been a while since I've seen, and a couple I haven't got around to yet because I have a lot of movies. So the first one up is Mon Macabre's How to Seduce a Virgin by Jess Franco, and it does star Alice Arno and Lena Romay. And if you are familiar with Jess Franco at all, or you know his kind of filmography, then you know that Lena Romay was his soulmate, was his muse for like a long period of time. You've never seen any of these? You got to see some Jess Franco, Michelle. Open your mind to the world of Franco. And Jess Franco, and this is a uniquely different film. Now, what's cool about understated cover, yeah, very classy, about a lot of these, and you'll see this as I go through, is you have these really great like documentaries. That there's a TV show that came on. Really? You've seen now? Which ones have you seen though? Because that makes a difference, Logan, because Jess Franco put out a tremendous amount of work. Much like Fulci, put out a lot of work. And not everything is on an even keel. Some of it's really not the best. Some of it's actually pretty good. This one is done in 1975. If you have, and do you like Lena Romay? And Lena Romay is the star. She'll be the star of many of his films, like Female Vampire, which was, I guess, one of the bigger ones. It was more, did have some kind of hardcore sequences in that film, and some of these actually, I don't think this one does, but it's been a long time. Maybe it does. And I won't say this is one of his more genius films, but I had to get it. Now, are you ready to see a genius film? Actually, these two kind of go together. So, if you've not, Michelle, if you've not been brought into this world, let me introduce you to the force of nature that is Barry Prima. This is The Warrior, starring Barry Prima. Who is Barry Prima? There's certain ones that you have. I'll get a list of some actual good ones. See if you see them. But Logan, have you seen Barry Prima? So, what's his name? Jacques Simbo. I'm not gonna pronounce it right. So there is this character. It's an action hero character that he plays in all of his movies. It is so bad it's good. It is so bad it's good. And this is another one that he did called The Devil's Sword. Again, starring Barry Prima. Exactly, David, right there. That's the only two so far that Mon Macabre have put out. I so want more of these. In The Devil's Sword, there is a lady called the Crocodile Queen. And in the beginning of the film, she kidnaps guys for her own devices, for her uses. There's this couple that are getting married, but the crocodile queen gets her minions to steal the groom and take him to make him hers. But luckily, Barry Prima's around. And what kind of stuff happens in a Barry Prima film? Well, he could get his foot cut off, and his foot will fly in the air and kick the villain in the face and then reattach itself to his body. I'm not joking. This type of stuff happens in a Barry Prima film. You haven't lived until you've seen a Barry Prima film, and this is 2 of them with interviews. I'm not joking. With interviews with Barry Prima. That is a great description, David. Actually, that is a great description. Hey, welcome, dude. Barry Prima. I know you got to have this. It is insane. And if you've ever heard of a movie called Mystics and Ballet, if you've ever seen that, or Lady Terminator, which we're going to get to those, don't worry, and you thought, well, those were crazy, nothing can be like that, or you saw Ricky O, well, this is going to be like that, well, not as gory as Ricky O. Nothing's gory as Ricky O. Hey, Reality, welcome. I am so, TGIF, first week of work, I'm so glad it's Friday. So, after those 2 bits of super craziness, I have what is going to seem like, well, if you like Ricky O, you got to get Barry Prima, dude. You got to get Barry Prima. Because it is in the same WTF like mode. Hey, Danny. Yeah, but chat. For Christmas films, and one that often gets overlooked, actually. I think this is Edward Purdue's in this one, right? Edward Purdue, yeah. Okay, so this is Don't Open Till Christmas. For a long time, I carried around this I got it at like a place called a bargain shop. They're no more. But I found this like really cheap, like $5, horrible, crappy, kind of bordered on what would be a bootleg release of, not of Don't Open Till Christmas, not yet. This is so far the best release that it has. But this is a fun movie, and there's a couple kills in this that if you've seen this movie, they're going to be memorable, and they might make you ouch just a bit. Hey, Jacob, welcome, dude. There is a great 52-minute documentary of the making of the film on here, which is, you are totally on a has-been, dude. It's just you're taking your time. You're not like me that's got to like addicted to this and has to be here. You're cool about it. But this actually is really cool. There's a documentary on Dick Randall as well. Welcome, Terminator. And if you have not heard of Dick Randall, check him out. Google him, because he puts in some interesting stuff. I'm not even joking. He puts in some interesting stuff. But it's a fun one to add to your Christmas horror release. Says if you haven't seen it, it's a definitely one to add to the holiday horrors. I will be doing holiday horrors this year in December, and look forward to seeing movies like Silent Night, Deadly Night series, Don't Open Till Christmas, Black Christmas, and a couple others. I don't know. Is it really? Wait till the sale. Every once in a while, he finds like extra copies or back copies. On the first sale that I did on Macabre he actually had a bunch of stuff that he thought was out of print, and he legit, like, he didn't like, he was, oh, this is out of print, here's a couple. No, he legit like found some stuff. So I always say look towards the sale, because there's some stuff that's gone like really out of print that my dad has that I don't have. So definitely check them out. Like Don't Open Till Christmas for sure. If you can find any of the Barry Prima ones, like, first grab them. No, have a good one there, and hope the kiddies have a good night. Lady Terminator. So, say Terminator, actually, it's going just as Lady Terminator comes I'm not going to say anything else at this point. I need to ask. Brian has obviously seen Lady Terminator. If you have not seen Lady Terminator, I'm definitely recommending it, but I'm also recommending watch the trailer first, because if you're looking at this movie and thinking, hey, this is just a foreign edition of the Terminator made female, oh no, oh no. Thank you, reality. That actually does mean a lot. Hopefully you don't curse me if you buy this one. Just look at the trailer first, because this is different. This is about an Asian goddess. What's her name? Queen South. Yes, Queen of the South Sea. So there's a hello, Cinema Dave. You came in right in the time for Lady Terminator. I would love to see a blue of this one. Have you bought this one, Logan? Have you bought this one yet? Because this one's crazy. Uh, it is it is insane. You look at this and oh, this is gonna be one of those like just foreign action films. And Brian can tell you, it is not one of not. It is not. It is a. She's kind of a godlike character that has a bunch of sex, and her. I can't say it on here, but check out the trailer for Lady Terminator, and I bet you're gonna kind of want it, because it's one of those things where you start watching it and you're like, I need that one. Actually, they did release that one, Mahakal, the Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff. Uh, did they really? I haven't seen that. I got to check that out. And it was one of the earlier releases, kind of their Bollywood type releases. You know, their Indian films. They had it like on a 2 or 3 pack, but I haven't actually I haven't been able to find it. It's out of print. Okay, not for everybody, but if anybody knows what Nakatsu is, so this is a Nakatsu erotic cinema, and there is the Sins of Sister Lucia. And I will be honest in saying I have not got around to watching this one yet. It's one that I am going to watch like in the very near future. What I like about a lot of these films, by the way, a lot of these films are running like 70, 78 minutes, 80 minutes long. And for me, it's kind of the sweet spot if I kind of want to watch a movie, but I just don't want to like dive into like a 2 hour long movie and just like, be exhausted by the time I'm done. Sometimes, it's just later in the night and I just want to watch a film, and like 7 minute film is like, it's perfect. It's like, it's the perfect time. So I do not remember seeing this one. There is a documentary. I know Spider-Man's back on Japanese cinema. Yeah, I know. Get the family around. My kids aren't coming this Christmas, unfortunately. I wish. They moved into a new apartment and they're super excited about it, and it's their first Christmas in their apartment, and they have like big plans for it. So I'm going to try and get out and see them during Christmas. But they're growing up. That's the thing. Dad's not the cool guy. Well, he's not as cool. My youngest, he works with a girl at basically that's an actress. Actually, that's a local actress. All right. I haven't actually. I got the first 2 episodes PVR'd, so I'm going to be watching them later on. Normally, what I do, just to let you know, when it comes to American Horror Story, is normally I don't watch it. Normally, I just buy the set when it comes out. Apocalypse just came out recently, and I will wait till the Black Friday and I'll buy Apocalypse then. Was it a good price? Because that is incredible. Here it is, guys. This is the one of the ones macabre is famous for. It is super insane. You kind of just gotta see it to. It's called Mystics in Valley, and if you've never seen this film, it is the one you're thinking of. Yes, it's the one with the floating head, with the innards attached, going around, biting people's necks. I know, like you think this has got to be on his list of ones to do. That's what I usually do, David. But I'm very interested in this. Never be alone. Oh, I cannot wait to see my kids. I want to go in and see them now when I get out there. I was out close to there recently, but my youngest was sick, so I didn't want to go in on him when he was sick. So next time, well, I'll be right in town, then I'll go see them. But anyway, Mystics and Ballet. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think Brandon Tenold actually did a really good video on this. Brandon Tenold is a really good channel, by the way, if you haven't checked him out. He's a Canadian YouTuber, and he does kind of humorous videos on a lot of these type of films. He has a lot of the same tastes as I do. All right, now we're to another Jess Franco one. So I'm sure Logan's gonna love this, but I haven't actually watched this one yet, and I'm probably gonna watch this the weekend because this is the one that I remember having like a really unique plot and something that obviously the Jess Franco, I don't get a lot of Jess Francos for the plot, guys, but this one here did kind of interest me. Asylum, Murder House, and Coven. Yeah, I think that's pretty close to mine as well. I know Asylum's my favorite. 3,500, holy crap. Did you know who put that out? So it is Sinner. And this is a darker Franco film. I mean, they got a lot. I mean, it's worth getting. I know Warlock, you don't normally get DVD releases, but they put out some really good quality DVD releases. They put out some great, obviously put out fantastic Blu-rays, but their DVD releases are worth looking into. Sinner has a unique plot, and definitely check it out. I'm not. These here, by the way, these aren't bare bones. Often there are like half hour to or so long documentaries on them, and there's a series actually. That is a fantastic release, Logan. You got a great release to start with. That's a good question. Which way do you steer your box sets with the movies going out, or like the spine of the box set going out? Some people want the movies out so that they're easily accessible. Some people want the people to know that it's a box set, so they'll put the box set portion out. Depends on the spines. When it's a sexy black spine, like if a Severin puts a set or something like that, spine's out. Like that, without a doubt. That rhymes too. Also, by the way, if you've never ordered the Mon Macabre before, online, go to Mon Macabre on YouTube and watch their trailer, their Mon Macabre kind of their promotional reel. Freaking awesome. Okay, the next two are actually Greek films. Where is $16 a macabre? That is good. Spine out. And the thing about Greek, they're kind of like Giallo-esque type films, like kind of horror, more thriller than horror films. Now, Greek films, the way that the cinema was done, it was much in the lines of early in the Hays Code days. The sale, mid-October, I heard, Logan. I heard somebody on here said that their Mondo's going to be having a sale in mid-October. So I thought, since I'm making a video tonight, what I'd do is I'd get up my Mondo stuff, kind of give everybody a taste what Mondo's all about. So yeah, definitely coming up. 18th to November 2nd. So it's going to be for a bit. I got a few releases coming out around that time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to partake, if I can. Even if it's just a couple things. There's a couple releases from Mondo I really like to have. I should have brought my computer down. We could have looked at the other releases as well. Because there is so much good stuff that they do, and I don't think enough people give them credit. The cool thing about Mondo too is they are one of the most accessible companies. They will, you will get a response back. When the guy that ran Mondo during the sale, he got sick. He got hit with a bad flu. The thing is that he said he actually emailed me and apologized that he was sick and that he was going to have to it may take a couple extra days for the film. So I'm like, I can wait on the films a couple extra days, get better. Spider-Man. I grew up Spider-Man. Now, Tango Perversion is the first of the Greek films. They put out a few of these. What I was saying before anyway, so the Greek films are done much... Really? I had the opposite. Like he was like... I got like a bunch of emails. Like, it was like, I said, are you... I'm saying like a lot. Holy crap. Oh my God. I got a bunch of emails saying... He was like, I'm going to stop saying like. It is killing me. But yeah, so I ended up buying a bunch of stuff, more than I was going to buy because of that. Tango Perversion. Sorry, guys. Greek films have to have the villain pay for their crimes. Much like in the Hays Code days, you can't get away with it. The villain can't get away with what they've done. So if it's a Greek giallo, or actually, I grew up in the Valley Girl days. Like, I dated Valley Girls when I was growing up, and so I actually am from that time period. Brian has experience with Valley Girls as well, like super experience, don't you, Brian? Exactly. Tango Perversion is the one that I watched. It is insanely fun. It is weird as hell. And the fact... Oh, what's it about? So there's this guy that basically he has a friend. And he lets his friend go back to his apartment to take girls. Like, he's got a girlfriend, but to take other girls. What his friend doesn't know is that he is behind a two-way mirror that he can see through, so that he can watch his friend. This guy is the hero. He's also a killer. And I will leave the rest of it up to you to discover. It's... Oh, Michelle, that's nothing. That's nothing. It gets worse. I am literally like G rating it for you, because they try to turn it into a romantic film about... and he's the good guy. Like, this is the good guy. You may want to pass on that one, Michelle. Just saying. It's a weird film. So this is The Wife Killer. This is the second one, and this is the one I haven't watched. And this one, it is very G. Yeah, I know. Is about a guy that hires another guy to kill his wife, but instead of killing her, he does other things. Anyway, Greek films, different, unusual, strange. Okay, the next one is the first macabre that I ever picked up. I actually really like this film. Definitely a different one for macabre. Slightly, I don't think there is, like... But Don't Deliver Us from Evil. There are sweet and innocent films here. Look, young ladies. Basically, these are about two comic girls, right? They're comic girls. Yeah, so comic girls who decide to basically, just hang out in the summer and make victims of people. And this is... Was this ever... So, yeah, this was banned for blasphemy. I couldn't make stuff up. This was banned for blasphemy in the U.S. for like a long period of time. So if you're like, oh, super religious or like this may not be the film for you. Well, am I not winning you over? Again, remind me of Barry Prima. Barry Prima. That remember Barry Prima? You know, the good action guy. Think of Barry Prima. Go to your Barry Prima happy place for some of these films. All right. Crying out loud. If you saw From Dusk Till Dawn, actually, I really like that. I'm a huge Jack Lemmon fan, though. I grew up with like watching a lot of his stuff. So that was like, I know, very different like thing. If you saw From Dusk Till Dawn, if you like that movie, then there was a character in From Dusk Till Dawn played by Selma Hayek, and that character was named Satanico Pandemonium, and Satanico Pandemonium is actually the name of a film, which they were a fan of, and in the spirit of the devils. Yep, and the other film like El Yakarta, which is a really unique film. Definitely, I liked it. It was kind of a cool one. One that I wish I liked more, but I'll be honest with you, I really didn't. Now, let me know what you guys think of this one, because this one, no, I'm not kidding. The next one I'm going to show you, by the way, guys, has as an interview on from Del Toro, like Guillermo del Toro, which is not somebody you're going to think is going to be talking on a Mon Macabre release, but he is. And it's about this film here, and it is by the guy that put out El Yakarta, actually, the director of El Yakarta. I know, it rarely ever happens. And that is The Mansion of Madness. Now, maybe I saw this at the wrong time or under the wrong circumstances, but there were some decent visuals in it and some unique aspects, but I expected more, and I was a bit bored from The Mansion of Madness. And it really surprised me, because I kind of got that they were kind of doing maybe like an H.P. Lovecraftian, kind of a Poe mashup type of thing with The Mansion of Madness. And obviously has one of the more regular covers for these Mon Macabre releases. But I don't know. Does anybody remember this film? I remember El Yakarta, and I did like that one a bit better. Maybe I got to rewatch it again. Maybe I got to get in the right mindset. I wish he would. I mean, like, if anybody should do like a Lovecraft film, it's definitely Del Toro. Richard Stanley recently did one as well that played at Fantastic Fest that I desperately want to see. Looks like Manos. Manos is probably, actually, Michelle, I'll be honest with you, Manos was a bit more fun and better paced, actually. Sad to say, but that's true. Now the next one you wanted your innocent one, you wanted your more simple one. Here it is, actually, for real this time, not joking. And that is The Living Corpse, otherwise known as Dracula in Pakistan, or Pakistani Dracula. So this movie, it really is like Pakistan's first horror film. And what they did was they went in the vein of Hammer with this. So a picture a Hammer film. Hey, the Nooch, welcome, dude. With what's the word I'm looking for? Singing. Yes, with some singing. Now that being said, understand like this, these films and the style of film were. They definitely have music and like singing sequences in them, and with some dancing and stuff. But there actually is some decent like mood done in here. Actually, Warlock, surprisingly not. When we bought this, like this is one that me and my better half, because we bought them together. Me and my better half like agreed on a lot of these, right? I would like to see that, David. So I was iffy on if this was going to be like really good, because it is like one of the as you know, as for these, it's a longer one. It's 104 minutes as opposed to like 76, 78 minutes, that type of thing. But this is actually really good. There's some actually good mood sequences there. Uh, I can hear it. Yeah, it extremely, extremely well done. I'd say check it out. Like definitely check this one out. It was a bit of a sleeper for me, a bit of a sleeper hit. Didn't expect much out of it. Turned out to be like one that I watched a few times, actually not just once. There's a great like documentary on here as well on South Asian horror. There's a show, and it's killing me. If anybody remembers this, there's a show that came on, and they did like different, like, God, what was that? Maybe it was Alex Cox or something like that. And it would be like about like Asian horror or like different things. And Mon Macabre has like a lot of episodes, pretty much every episode of the show on their releases. You'll be okay. I'm watching that actually this weekend too. I heard some pretty good things about it. I haven't seen any of the episodes yet, so fingers crossed it'll be good. The only concern is that I know I'm going to see The Creep and I'm going to miss Tales from the Crypt. That's going to be the only concern. I want Tales from the Crypt back. Okay, here's a double feature. Erotica. Thank you, Joseph. That's what I'm talking about. Erotica is this incredible show, talking about like, and erotica. It's not erotic. It's basically talking about like different, like Euro horror and genre films and stuff like that. And Mon Macabre is the only place that I've seen release episodes of the show. One cut that I still haven't seen one cut that. I've heard such great stuff about it too. Another one, Dick Randall. Remember when I mentioned Dick Randall before? And I said he does some unique films. Well, here's a unique Dick Randall double feature for you. And that is For Your Height Only, starring superstar Wang Ling. And I'm not joking, in his country, this dude was a superstar. And Bruce Lee, Ali, in Challenge of the Tiger. Now, if you have not seen either one of these films, oh, you still got to see these films. So, Challenge of the Tiger has Richard Harrison and a bunch of other people, and just see it. I really don't want to give too much away, but For Your Height Only is about a 2.5-foot Filipino secret agent, kung fu master, and suave love machine. There's even a sequence where he kind of floats down with an umbrella, like kind of cool, like. So he was like a big star in his country, and there's actually a documentary I think called In Search of Wang Wang, which I have not seen, but this is fun. This Hind, my better half, she picked this out. Not even joking. But definitely worth checking out. I mean, Challenge of the Tiger is super crazy. This is volume 3 of the Dick Randall collection. I don't have the other 2 volumes, but I did grab that one. Now the rest here I know guys are Blu-rays. So so for all you Blu-ray people, we're going to get into that part of it. It's Bond Connection. Wang Wang was probably, for the Filipinos, was a bigger star than this. Actually, I did mention it to Nooch. So it's going to be neat. Which version should you get? I don't know. I got to look at the features. I'll get back to you on that one because that's one where you do have to look at the features to see. Arrow does such good releases. They really do. And there's new features on Arrow as well. So the first limited edition that I ever bought was Symptoms. Now, for a lot of people, in the UK, this was on a BFI Flipside release. Because of that, this one here basically sold from BFI Flipside and didn't sell it as fast as a lot of the other limited editions. Symptoms is a movie with Angela Pleasance. If you are familiar with the work of the director, Jose Ramon Larraz, he is the, see, I knew it, see? He is the guy behind, recently Arrow put out a box set of his stuff. Actually, 3 or 4 of his films. I got it over there, the Jose Larraz set. So he directed this. This film here is definitely, it's better than the films. The box set films are good from Arrow. This is better. This is, in my opinion, this is one of his best films. Have a great evening, Michelle. Think about this one. This one is actually really good, and I think you'll like it. That I would strongly recommend. Now, what was kind of neat is that when they ordered their red cases for this release, I'm gonna get that one as well. Exactly, playing Donald's daughter because she is Donald's daughter. They look so much alike. When they bought the red cases, the company that sent them to them sent them PlayStation 3 red cases. I'm not even joking; it's on there. So the guy said, shag this. I'm gonna use them anyway, and he did. So in here there was there's a bunch of features on here, including a really long kind of interview with Larraz that comes in its own its own DVD, and there is also a booklet here which Brian, I'm sure you're gonna like. Do I still have not very many because I am one of those guys, Rich, that once I get a movie, unless it's like something like from a place that's already gone out, then I kind of 12 episodes. They're really good. Then I just usually kind of like open them up right away, usually on camera. So this is by Sam Deegan. So Brian, I'm sure you've already got this, right? Really good release, really great film. Holly Under, it's a slow burn. I'll let you know that it's a slow burn of a film, but it is still a really fantastic film. You don't have? Are you serious? Sam Deegan, man. I know you're a big, you know Sam, right? You're a big fan of Sam. So yeah, Sam Deegan did the booklet for this one. Great release. And I think this is still in it, which is actually pretty cool because I think that's one of the ones where the limited editions is actually still available because of that, because BFI released it as well. But there is a bunch of stuff. We have the erotica documentary about Jose Larraz on here. I should really watch that again, actually. On vampires and other symptoms. Interview with the editor. Interview with Angela Pleasance. Interview with Lorna Helbren. A really cool release. This one again was limited to 1,000, and I strongly recommend it. It's always been a favorite of mine. Some people find it a bit on the slower side, and I had some here that I recommended Windows once, which is a Scream Factory release, which runs kind of slow, and I thought it had a similar theme to it, but they didn't like Windows, and you're probably here, but they like Symptoms, so always there. Next up is the one that Logan talked about earlier, and that is Lizard in a Woman's Skin. This is a fantastic film by Fulci, probably one of his best giallos, like hands down, the great stuff. And yeah, that's a great cast, and it's headlined by Florinda Balkan and Stanley Baker, and we got like Gene Sorrell in here and Anita Strindberg. So incredible cast. This is a really good release. There is a ton of features on here, interviews with people like Stephen Thrower and Chris Gavin. There's a Shredding the Skin documentary, which is actually really great. If you've never seen this one, please, do me a favor and yourself a favor and check it out. And, just to let you know, this is a region-free release. It is an ABC release. I will show you right here. So it doesn't matter if you are in the UK or you're in Ireland or Sweden or you are in North America, you can play this on your player. It is region free. All right, next up is the Paul Naschy one. So all you Naschy fans out there probably already have this one. And some people were disappointed in this one because it was a bit on the, a bit different or a bit on the slower side as opposed to like some Naschy films. I thought it was okay. I actually kind of dug it, but I can understand. And that is Inquisition, which I thought was kind of fun. There's like some really decent stuff on here. Do I think well, Night of the Demons 2 did get a proper Blu-ray from Olive a while back. I actually have it over there. But I would love to see it get like a special edition release. I do think eventually, yes. Night of the Demons 3 has never been like one of the bigger success stories when it comes to Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons 2 really wasn't. But it's more known. Night of the Demons 3, and like some people that you don't even know that Night of the Demons 3 exists. So you're one of the people that do. I would love to see them both get a decent release. Like even if Scream Factory does like a double feature with them, and put some features, as long as you put some features on them with a decent release, I think they should. Like they definitely deserve it. And they put it the first one. Come on, let's see the other two. But more than likely, the reason they didn't put it in the second one, the Vengeance Trilogy mug, that is going to be a UK release. It's not. I don't think it's going to be region free. No, that may be because I think there is the rights tied up here in North America. I know here in Canada there was a release. Ah, there, 88 Films put Night of the Demons 2 in the UK. Why do I always keep? I gotta do an 88 Films like video soon because I gotta, and I mean not just my releases, but I actually bring my computer down, go through 88 Films, look at their stuff. Because have a great weekend, Dave, and hopefully I'll see you here later on. Yeah, Spider-Man is back in the MCU, and I'm actually very happy about that. At least for another film or two. But Inquisition, definitely worth checking out. If you're a Paul Naschy fan, and you like his films that aren't just werewolf films. All right, so the next up is a Giallo, but it's a different Giallo. It stars Jean Sorel, and one thing I have to say, this is tame. So know that going in. It's an Italian-Spanish Giallo, and you would think that would be put it on higher on the sleazometer. When you think Italian and Spanish, wow, this is going to be like a super sleazy film. It's not actually. It holds back, and some people are going to be bothered by that fact. Myself, I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun film. That's The Fox with a Velvet Tail, and I know this one was put out under another name by 88 Films. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I know somebody here, 88 Films fan, can actually I'll verify that. But this goes under another title as well, and I'm pretty sure that 88 Films put this out under the under the alternate title. But again, really cool release. Just know it is not going to be like the ultra sleazy Giallos like that you see. Like it's not a Sister of Ursula. It's nothing like that. So that's not going to be like the type you're going to get with that. It's going to be more laid back, more subdued. Next up here is a Korean horror. Actually, I think it is the first Korean horror film. Or one of the early ones anyway. Eye of the Hurricane. Thank you, Dale. You know your stuff, man. So this is Suddenly in the Dark. I've been waiting for my kids to watch this one, actually. This is a Korean horror film. Maybe I should watch it before the kids. This might be an erotic one. So, yeah, I'm probably going to watch this one ahead of time. So this is actually, they got the presentation restored from the Korean Film Archives. What's really cool about this is there is a special feature which shows like different Korean like movie posters, Korean horror movie posters. So I'm actually kind of interested in checking that out. It's looks to be a really cool kind of decent film, and I may actually watch. Hey, Wheels, welcome. I may actually check this one out. One of these, by the way, I'm thinking of one of these for the 31 Days of Horror. Haven't decided yet on which one to do. Jess Franco. Logan, if you're still here, you're going to love this. Night has 1,000. Oh, you're not. You got to put away the little ones, so. Night has 1,000 desires. Add to my third one list. I'm thinking there's one or two here, and I'm going to do one at least. Want to catch you up? Well, Wheels. 31 Days of Live Horror. Watch number 2 is Terror in the Aisle. So we're going to talk about clip films on 31 Days Horror Day 2. So that's going to be, I think, on a Wednesday, right? We are doing Mondo Macabre. Hey, Cubic Lover. Well, welcome, dude. You're going to love this. It's Mondo Macabre. No, but they do like some really, really cool releases. Night is 1,000 Desires. I don't think I've watched this one yet. I've seen it a long time ago. But I haven't seen this release of it, actually. So this one actually has the erotica documentary on Jess Franco here. So I'm kind of interested in that. And it's been a while. I love erotica documentaries. They're really, really good. Nice. Do you like Tim Hortons? I am a Tim Hortons fan. I have Tim Hortons tea every day when I go to work. It is a great looking cover, and I don't remember it. Now, the first Blu-ray that I ever got from Mon Macabre is the last one I'm showing you right now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have this film because it is one of those films that kind of defies description. It's really, really good. And I don't mean in the weird, like kind of like out there way or kind of like the cheesy way. I mean, this is an actual solid, good horror film that for me has stood the test of time. Some of the food is good. Some of it is. Some of it's like depends on what you get. The eclairs and a lot of the donuts, fantastic. Some of the soups, love them. Some of their other stuff, like if I'm not sure if they still have poutines or not, but don't order the Tim Hortons poutine. Stay away. The Fan, Der Fan. This is a really good film. If you have not seen this movie, I cannot recommend this one enough. They have hamburgers at Tim Hortons. You know, stay away from their hamburgers. They're not very good. Get hamburgers elsewhere. They're known around here like as not having the best of that type of food. Donuts, stem rolls, yeah, that's good. That's what they do. See, Kubrick Lover initially that's what they were. Tim Hortons was a hockey player, and he started up, Tim Hortons, and they kill it with the cappuccinos. But The Fan, definitely guys check this out. It is really, really good. Great features on here. It's a German film. It is different. It is unique. It is haunting, and it goes slow. It moves slow, but it moves at a deliberately slow pace, kind of to lure you in, to kind of to get you, kind of like the film, kind of like one of the characters in the film, kind of lure you in to hit you with an unexpected finish, basically. But yes, Kubrick Lover. Tim Hortons is known for its coffee, its tea, and its donuts and its pastries and stuff, and its soups. They got good soups. But aside from that, stay away from their hot foods. No, wait, actually, no. Let me take that back. They also have the best breakfast wraps. So, like, I'm a wrap person, and not like a wrap. Don't have any gold chains or anything like that, or any musical talent. Mine, unfortunately, I had no idea this was out until the limited edition was gone past. So my edition is the regular edition with the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Though I don't think he did a lot of Blu-ray DVD combo packs. I think most of the ones that he did were like just the Blu-ray. But Defan has is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. At the time, they were kind of not on my radar, to be totally honest with you. To be bluntly honest, Warlock, the it's a great area that you're in. I I used to spend a bit of time in Montreal, and I really loved it. That's one of my favorite places in Canada to chill at. Go to the Plateau, it's excellent. And go to Juliette the Chocolate. And if you're in Montreal, go to Schwartz. Everybody goes to Schwartz in Montreal. Just stand in the line to get your sandwich, but it'll be worth it. For anybody that's never been there and is going or will be going to Montreal, there's a place in Montreal called Schwartz. And Schwartz is known like pretty much worldwide. It's it has like Montreal smoked meat. Exactly, Warlock. The smoked meat sandwich at Schwartz is freaking incredible. I'm not even joking. I'm not a meat lover. Like, really, I'm as close to vegan as you can get without being vegan. I just eat chicken and and turkey and cheese and stuff. So that's why I can't be vegan. I was actually octo-vegetarian for a long period of time. But even I will tell you right now, Damn, that's a good sandwich. It's a really, really good sandwich. I went to there, and I got my smoked meat sandwich with the pickle. And after I finished that, I walked down to Gilet de Chocolat, which does chocolates, all these types of chocolates. And most of the people there are really, really nice, especially in the Montreal area. But you'll get it everywhere. You're gonna get the occasional person. But yeah, I hopefully you enjoy it and you enjoy your trip there. There's a lot of really great places to check out, and it is a beautiful area. Which, if you get to the right area, it's going to have a feel of like kind of like a European kind of Parisy feel to it, and that is on purpose. It is very much Montreal is a unique place in Canada, and it's one that I really enjoy. And I should have got out there more. My better half, her sister, used to live in Montreal, which is why we would go. We go to Montreal Comic Con to visit her sister. Well, Quebec itself, like right in the heart, yeah, I get that. But I in right in Montreal, the Plateau area, and Burn downtown area, that area, those areas, I find that's an extremely welcoming place. That's an extremely welcoming area, and I recommend it. I mean, if you go there, you walk through the Plateau at least go walk through the Plateau. It is a great area. It's an artsy area. You get a lot of like students and artistic, and more of the artists and stuff go through that area. Normally speak French, but they do. I mean, like unlike this, like ignorant cusp ass. I should know French. Canada is a bilingual country, and I wish I knew both languages. It would make work for me much easier. It would make like finding jobs much easier, and it would increase the amount of money that I make. But just like to educate myself, I should know French as well. I don't. I sucked at it. It's something that I'm learning later in life because I realized the mistake that I made early on. So hopefully, eventually, I can do my videos in like bilingually. That'll be cool. I'm not quite sure. I mean, like Tango Perversion is really kind of a different one. French fries. Well, French fries are delicious. Like, yeah, I mean, French is one of those languages that I super. I want to know other languages. My better half, she knows three languages. I think it's three or four, and I'm super jealous of the fact about that. Parlez-vous français? No. So let's go over to here. So what's the new ones that came out recently from Macabre? I'm going to just check this right here. The Bushwhacker recently came out, Red Limited Edition. Emmanuel in America. I'm going to guess that one's probably sold out now. Emmanuel in America is not sold out? I am surprised. Emmanuel in America is a little controversial, but it was one that they put out. So it's one like I actually haven't gone to a theater, so I just really don't know. I'm glad you enjoyed them there, George. 'Cause they put some really cool stuff. Now, Killer Dolls, that one sold out fast. Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death. I'm not joking. That's I hope you're having I hope you have a better evening, a nice evening, a relaxing evening, and I'll talk to you later. You print extra, really? So The Devil's Nightmare sold out. That's gone in the standard. Tango's a weird movie. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It's not for everybody. It's definitely it's on the sleazier side. Just let you know. With like you're gonna get a ton of nudity if you like that. So that's gonna be a neat part of it. But it's different. I liked it. I don't recommend it for everybody though. The Inheritors. That's at right now it's at 20. Not sure it's gonna be during sale. The Wild Pussycat and the Deserter retail edition. It's a double feature. Perversion Stories, one I really, really want. That's a Lucio Fulci film that I actually liked. I like a lot of Lucio Fulci stuff though. But I'd say right now, I'd say wait on like on the Tango Perversion right now is going to cost you around $15. It might be a bit cheaper in the nudity is very important in slasher films. Might be cheaper during the sale. So just wait a bit and you'll be able to get some of those during the sale. The sale starts October the 18th to November the 2nd, somebody said on here. So now we know. I just thought of a sketch from Mitchell and Webb, actually. More than they normally print. Is there a reason for that? Was that like an extra popular one? Or is that Manuel America? Is that the one that they printed more of? Because Emmanuel America, I can see that one being popular. It's a Laurie Gemser film. Gemser's Emmanuel series is extremely popular. You know, Emmanuel across the board is pretty popular. I still have to buy the Kino releases, Emmanuel 1, 2, and 3. Where yeah, actually, not only French, but, God, what's the other language they speak here? There's a couple, actually, a couple languages. It's killing me. There's a language here, and there's actually a school for it. And it's not one that you normally think. Here. See something. I'm going to look really quickly to see. Because it's killing me. I got to remember this. I know that French is spoken here a lot. But there's another language too. And it's killing me. They just say English, French. No, there's one other language. I can't remember the name of it. Yep. Totally blank. But no, there's a ton of stuff, and like the DVDs on normal days will cost around like $15. The Blu-rays cost anywhere from between $20 to $25. So not too bad when it comes to like a regular type of release. You're going to get a lot of different stuff from Mon Macabre, and they put out a ton of like stuff from like different places around the world. And that's my Mon Macabre collection. And I'm thinking I might go watch a film because I want to keep this one nice and concise tonight and not bore you too much with like unwanted chatter. Anyway, we have our first 2 days of live horror set up. Day one, it is Sleepwalkers, and we're going to talk about the cinema of Stephen King. I'm actually going to watch a couple other King films, probably throughout the weekend, to be ready for when I watch Sleepwalkers for the first day. And for the second day, we are going to be talking about tearing the... Oh, not at all. Dude, these twists and turns are what I live for. I love that stuff. Never apologize. And the second day is going to be Tearing the Aisle, which is a clip film. So that should be a lot of fun as well. So hopefully you guys will have, may have one of those releases, or if you have another film in that, like if you don't have Sleepwalkers, for instance, because not everybody does, maybe there's another Stephen King film that you're going to want to talk about then. So watch that on the first day of the 31 Days of Horror, and come in here for that. I haven't actually, Danuch. You're a bad man. I really got to get around to it. It's just been like ever since I got it. I'm like, okay, it's time to go watch it, and then I haven't got a lot to watch. I haven't got to watch a lot lately. It's a cheap like DVD, and I hear the documentary is good. The language isn't Breton. It's God, my better half would totally know. I'm gonna text. When did I do that before? See if she responds to me. Do, 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 do. Well, there is a large indigenous population there. Definitely not Esperanto, but it's not that. Don't you hate when you got those three dots? Hey, Sean. Actually, I'm. You catch me at the end of the video, but welcome, dude. We're going to find something out here, because not Mi'kmaq hint, not Mi'kmaq. I know. Mi'kmaq. Watch Anvil 3. Zombie 3. I'll be doing Zombie 3 and 4 and Shocking Dark. I just haven't decided on which days that I'm going to be doing those yet throughout the. I'm literally going to have to walk upstairs because I am not finishing this video. Gaelic. Gaelic is what I meant to say. Oh my God, I totally blanked. So, the language, dialect that's spoken here, still, which is not one that you normally hear, is Gaelic. They actually have a college about Gaelic, and that's the language that was. They have a bunch of signs with and they'll have the English, and sometimes they'll have the Gaelic like versions of the words as well. Now, like in some of the indigenous areas, they have like that, and they'll have like the Mi'kmaq names put on there. And in case anybody wasn't aware of it, I am Mi'kmaq. I'm part indigenous. I have thought about doing a commentary stream. I really haven't figured out the logistics of it, to be totally honest with you. I'd have to pick, and I'd have to pick like a movie, one that I'm really familiar with. It would definitely cover it. What I do is, what I could do in the future, and I might do this. I might do this on my Patreon because I'm trying to figure stuff for it. You guys can help me with this stuff. There is actually, but eventually I want to record kind of like a free kind of like a commentary that you could sync up to a movie that you're watching. So that might be interesting as well. There's a few things I'm working on, and it's taken time. 3, 2, 1. That's actually a good idea, Dale. Do kind of a 3, 2, 1 type thing. I can do like kind of like a live commentary. There's a couple of people that do that on here. Well, that's what I have to do. I'd have to mute the sound because it would drive me crazy. But it would be something, I'd have to find like a really good movie, something different. I'd try to do something that people haven't done, or that people haven't done a lot of. Your pre can't do an image. You guys give me some good ideas. But with that being said, we know that it's Gaelic. We have the first 2 days of the 31 days of horror, and there's more coming up. I'll be releasing the next 2 days really soon. I'll probably like announce them first on the Patreon page and do a video later on in the day. That's how I normally do it now, because I find it. The one good thing that I do like about having the page is it's really easy to write up a post. And I've never really gotten into like have my own website or anything like that. So I guess in a weird way, this is kind of like the closest thing that I've had to that. So it lets me write a little bit as well, like just like write little comments and give little like notices and posts. And I actually like that. So that's been the surprisingly the most fun part. So I've been enjoying that. Anyway. I am Aaron. This is the Movie Library. You guys are the Movie Club. You guys are awesome. You rock. And as always, you make these videos extra special with your twisty-turny side roads. Have a great evening. I will see you soon, and we will be announcing the 31 Days of Live Horror, day 3 and 4, in the very, very, very near future. There, guys. For me, it's that time again. Time for tea.